Afternoon, everybody. My name is Donovan Sadiq, and this is a quick update. What you're seeing right now is raw footage. This is my green screen that is sitting behind me. And I just want to give everybody an update because I've been getting a lot of messages of people saying, well, how come you're not putting up a lot of videos? Well, unfortunately, like a lot of people, I have to cut my yard and I have to do family events and things that I need to do. I've been dedicating a lot of time to exposing what's going on with the corruption and the agenda that's going on here in Moreno Valley. So I've got to find a delicate balance, so please bear with me. But what I want to do is put out high quality information for you. It's one thing to sit up here in this raw footage and just rail and yell and scream. We want to put out things that are going to keep you entertained, give you factual information as we have been doing. So the idea that we've come up with is a show called Hot Seat. And this show is a show where we could get these politicians and just anybody in the community who wants to come out and say what they need to say. Because if you go to the city council, 3 minutes is not enough time to counteract what Mr. Benvizi does for an hour. So we have promises from people like Scott Heverin, who's been talking about an ethics committee and getting, ethics within our politics. I've got commitments from candidates, and as we know today, as you've been watching this page, Carrie Thien has officially put out that she is running for mayor, and I wish her good luck. And I am for anybody that isn't for the status quo, because the people we have in there, they're doing the best that they can, but what's the definition of insanity? In my opinion, these people, be it that they're good people, be it that they're bad people, we're voting the same people with just different faces. And then you have the Johnny-come-latelys, Denise Fleming, people like that, Victoria Baca, that they have an agenda that has nothing to do with us, and I've been trying to expose that. So speaking of Victoria Baca, a lot of the Victoria Baca supporters have been taunting me via email and text and things and saying, well, we told you there was nothing that came of the investigation. Jackass, that isn't what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is how, as an elected official or somebody who is seeking office, this person is constantly involved in criminal activity. And what I mean by criminal activity, be it that she's for it or against it, her group keeps coming up. Is that the kind of person we want elected to higher office or return to office? This lady was recalled for a reason. And then I have the people that like what I'm doing that say, you know what, if you hadn't kept this in the conscience of everybody, a lot of people would have forgotten about some of the things that this lady has done. And people say, oh, is it personal? I don't even know Victoria Baca like that, so how could it be personal? It is not personal with me. Okay, put it on the record right now. I said it. LaDonna Jimson has been the best representative we've had in this district up until now. Bill Beatty, he can't even walk in my neighborhood without getting beat up. Victoria Baca, we know her story. And those of us in the Edgemont neighborhood, you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, you see it all the time. Notice that when I put that email out following what's up with our streets, has anybody noticed the cones and the construction that started on Fredericks and Cottonwood? That's the whole key. These elected officials have never had people hold them accountable. And Ms. Jimson, as much as we are cats and dogs, all I'm doing is holding my elected representative, because they're not leaders, they're representatives, accountable for what they say they're going to do. Now, who would be against that? Exactly. Nobody would. And here in Edgemont, we definitely have an axe to grind here compared to the rest of the city. And all I'm trying to do is what I can do as a citizen. And this is what I can do by doing this show. But a quick highlight, LaDonna Jimson has committed to come on the hot seat. Darrell Peden has committed to come on the hot seat. Scott Heverin has committed to come on the hot seat. Millie Bailey was one of the first. It wasn't called the hot seat, but I'm going to ask her to come back again and do a follow-up because she's officially launched her webpage, as you guys see. Now, I'm not committed to anybody for mayor as of yet, but, you know, everybody does know me and Mr. Price have a good rapport, and so far, he hasn't officially got out there, but for the people that have, I wish them a lot of luck. You know, we need to get the right people into the right offices and take this power away from Highland Fairview and Emperor Ito Bendizi. So I want you to come back to the page. Another thing that you guys noticed that we had a Boys and Girls Club event, and we ended up going live. A lot of people didn't even realize it. And we went live, and we used technology on Facebook. So we're going to be doing a lot of events going live. So by going live, it's also archived so that if you're on the freeway commuting from your job and you didn't get a chance to go to that event, most likely I'm going to be at the event or somebody I know is going to be at the event, and we're going to shoot that thing live so that you know, you're not going to get a spin. You can see it for yourself, and that's what we're going to start doing. But we're going to ask city officials, Michelle Dawson, city manager, everybody to come out here and start explaining what they're doing, because a lot of what's going on is people don't understand because we're just laymen. And we don't want to hear technical terms. And 3 minutes and watching them on city council is not enough, especially here in Edgemont. And we are going to get on that water problem. A lot of stuff has to be done about that. So that's another issue that we are going to look into. This has been quick, but again, the name of the new show is going to be called Hot Seat. It's going to be here at News from Edgemont. And we welcome any citizen who wants to come on, hey, and you have something to say, you have a business you want to highlight and let the people in the community know, please come on the show. We've been averaging 10,000 viewers. Last video we put out, I think there was a little over 16. I'm not exactly, a little over 16, so we're getting out there. I've been cursed out at Winco by Cheryl Brown supporter, and people don't understand, Cheryl Brown's in San Bernardino. Our representative is Jose Medina, and there's a thing called WikiCorrupt, and it basically tells us who is sponsoring our representative. And I found out that Jose Medina is one of the poorest assembly members in the California Assembly. He usually gets donations of $100. There's nothing wrong with that. But I didn't want to put up just Cheryl Brown, which is $318,000, mostly from the fossil fuel industry. And she went to Hawaii twice by the lobbyists. And she's already missed 149 votes. That's where we stand with Cheryl Brown. So it's nothing personal with me and Cheryl Brown, because guess what? She doesn't represent me. I can't vote for her, so it is what it is. But I do have friends in the San Bernardino area and the Rialto area and over there where she is represented, and they just might need to know this information. General Richard Roth. He's an average senator as far as sponsors and things like that, done a lot of good things for the community. I am putting up as much information as I can because I think that you need to be aware. And maybe by doing this, they wouldn't be getting caught with their hands in the cookie jar. And I'm not indicting anybody. As we already know, Victoria Baca constantly gets caught with her hand in the cookie jar. Mr. Gutierrez constantly is getting caught with the hands in the cookie jar. And I got a quick note that former mayor and current council member Jesse Molina is not running for mayor in this cycle. And I, again, wish him luck as a fellow veteran. I never understood why he would champion himself out of a job by pushing the strong mayor. It eliminated his district. And as we know, if you were for this WLC as a whole, the city, you have to get the whole city to vote for you. And there's more people against this project than is for the project. So good luck to those who think that if you voted for the WLC that you're going to get elected to become the mayor. It's not going to happen. So especially with information like this coming out. Donovan Sadiq, don't forget to go to mvgordy.com. Check out these people who are announced for election. We also have Moreno Valley Residents for Sustained Development on Facebook, and we have Wake Up Moval on Facebook. These are good sources of information in case you want to do your homework. because it's not all about news from Edgemont. There's all kinds of information out there that you can get. But please go to these sites and check them out. Donovan Sadiq. Misty's missing. Belle is in the room asleep. Felipe's outside enjoying the breeze. You guys have a great week, and we're going to get another video up as soon as possible. Donovan Sadiq, you've just been given the update.
Why do I race? Is it for the people? No. I race for my sponsors. Politics can learn a lot from NASCAR. And not just because we politicians drive around in circles wasting precious resources, but because NASCAR drivers proudly wear their sponsors on their sleeves. Special interests spend $10 million a day influencing politicians like me. And guess what? It works. The Kentucky Senate race is costing $100 million. And when it's all over, we'll still be driving in circles. I'm Gil Fulbright, and I approve of anything that gets me contributions.